Yes, people, man. Welcome to another stream, man. Welcome to another stream. This is like my fifth stream now, innit? So, yeah, man, I'm keeping it consistent. You know, Euros, the content still goes, man. Just because there's no United, yeah, you have to get things out there, man. There's bare transfer news to talk about. You know, there's three people here, yeah. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Before I start on the show, I just want to say, what are you, man, saying? Like, how are you guys? How are you guys in general?
Yeah, I'm feeling
me in
blessed,
general.
Go on.
I'm chilled, man. No United news to stress me out really. No, not having to watch United for a month feels like a holiday in my opinion. So I'm pretty chilled, man. Ready for
That's
the
it.
Euros.
Telling you, man. What are you saying, Alex? Are you good?
Yeah, like I said, yeah, I'm feeling blessed. No news to like stress me out today. I'm watching the Euros. It was actually really entertaining, and yeah, just came back from a wedding. So yeah, I'm good.
Big up, man, big up. But listen, we have to distract ourselves, by the way, because it's going to be a long season next season. But what are you saying, RUUD? How are you, first of all? How are you?
Yeah, just work, as you can tell, and just keeping up with the Euros, and listening to a lot of CR7 haters, and yeah, man, that's it.
I seen that video. I was watching it, and I was like, bro, everyone's got Ronaldo flopping. Like everyone's predicting that. People don't think Portugal will do that well.
I was feeling in the group stage, I think he'll score at least six.
Maybe
6
5.
goals. No.
At least six, I think. I think one of the games he might score a hat-trick, and the other games could be 1-2, 1 goal in another. I think he'll score 6 or 5. In the group stage,
yeah. I expect them to top their group because I'm pretty sure they've got like, it's Georgia, Turkey, and I don't know what the other team is. So
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. There you go. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, Portugal will easily top that group unless they, flop in it. But now they've got good enough players, man. I do believe they've got good enough players. I was watching the Italy game, just to see how they play. Chiesa looked good, and Barella was up. That guy. See what I mean? Like, there's so many midfielders that are actually good that you can snap up for like a really good price. So when I see us linked with like £100 million players, man, like you can just get ones for 30 mil or 40 mil.
Yeah.
But like moving on from the Euros, look. I don't know if you lot have seen it. Ten Hag is getting a new contract. Obviously, we all expected it's going to happen. He's getting a new contract, and I'm going to just show you. Hold on, because it looks like we're trying to get Branthwaite as the first signing. It looks like we're trying to get him as the first signing. We put like a 35 million bid. I've been trying to look at certain things. Like loads of people said he's good. Loads of people said that he's 2-footed. I didn't even realize this, but he played for PSV under RUUD van Nistelrooy. He played for PSV, so like he seems all right on the ball and stuff like that. So. What do you lot think? I don't want us going over 70 mil. Do you think United will get this deal over the line? And do you think it's a good signing? Because, like, obviously we need a centre-back. Varane's gone. Like, what are you lot feeling about this Branthwaite deal? Like, what you think?
Firstly, man, their first bid was 35 million, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why United play these games, man. Like, the first start off with the low bid, then they literally go towards flipping 80 million barrier afterwards, man. It's like, look, they've given you an asking price. It's either you match it or you don't. Simple. You know what I mean? United always play these games, man, where they're just like, all right, cool, we'll give you 10 million less first. If you accept it, cool. What's the point? If the asking rate is 60, 70 mil, that's what they'll ask. Simple. Right? I don't see it because at the end of the day, look, now they're not gonna buy anyone else for and because it's English as well. And I think that's why it's the English tax, if that makes sense.
Nah, it is the English tax. I think the reason why, because Everton, bro, I don't know who they are. First of all, like they're asking for 70 mil. Like, do you get, like, listen, no disrespect to Everton, but they shouldn't be demanding that much. Big up, Miriam, by the way. Like, big up to you on the comment section, saying I'm a fraud. Big up to you. Ronaldo FC, keep Ten Hag one more year if you don't win the Premier League. Sack him and get Ancelotti, bro. Listen, it's nice to dream, It's nice to dream getting Ancelotti. But big up to Ronaldo. Now, I think the reason why we're doing it really slowly and we're not trying to go all out because, bro, our budget is very limited as of now. We've not sold players. So this whole thing about, look, the second bid could be worth around 50 mil. with 42 million being paid up front installments. Bro, 70 mil is a lot for a guy who just had one season in the Premier League. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that's the reason why we're just taking our time. What are you saying, Taz? Like, will you be excited with this Branthwaite? And do you think he'll be a good addition to the United team? And do you reckon he takes us to a stabilised defence?
For me, I think it could be a good deal depending on the pricing. Like I said, for every player, regardless of who they are, depends on how we pay it. And what will tell me the difference between Man United of old with the Ed Woodwards and to the Ineos is that if the price is super high, they'll walk away and be like, you know what? There's other centre backs in the market. We'll go for them instead. If you're asking for something too much, we'll walk away. If they manage to get, let's say, under 60 million, which is like, that's all I'm asking. Anything 60 million and above is a no-go. But I take at least 50 million and add-ons. That's all right for me. But I think in general, I think he's a decent player. I think it's not. I don't think it's fair to say he's going to be world class already joining United because I don't want Harry Maguire part 2. Because let's all remember, Harry Maguire was a good defender at Leicester. Like, come to United, different atmosphere, different team, different expectation. I think people just mistaken. Like when we say the players at United are crap in it, it doesn't mean they're actually bad players. It just means they're not good enough for the standards that United have got in general. So like a lot of these players we have that are not good, like the McTominays and all that, they'd be brilliant Premier League sides for like a team like Everton, West Ham, and that, on all that example. So hopefully, if we do get Branthwaite, we'll be all right. But I'm really looking at Branthwaite if we sign him and sign another centre back like a Todibo or Euro or something like that. That can basically partner Martinez or partner any other centre back. So I'm looking at it as more like a what do you call it? A developing centre back, but someone that should be maybe in the starting 11 there and there. But anything under 60 is good for me. Literally, I'll be all right with that.
I think that's a good price. I don't want us to go more than 50. That's pushing it. Yeah, no more than 50, and then that's calm. Because, bro, like, we've got other positions to look out for. Like, what are you saying, Alex, with this guy? Because you know what it is? For me, at first, I was like, I see him as because our level is so low right now, he's going to start. But I'm looking at it in the future. Like, do I see him? I don't think he's like this world-class centre-back. I just think he's decent in it. Like, I think he's good to be in the Premier. Like, he's Premier League proven in it. So, what do you think? Like, do you think he'll be a good addition? And do you see him partnering with Lissandro? Because we're not going to pay that much money for him to be on the bench. I don't see him being a bench player, bro. He's going to start with. And I'm hearing a lot of things saying that he's 2-footed as well. I didn't know that. I thought he was just predominantly on the left side. But after watching some highlights, he does play on the right sometimes. Like, you know, you see him in that type of area. So, what do you think, Alex? Do you think it's a good? Do you think it's a good addition? Big up him.
Yeah, man. I think with the Branthwaite situation, he seems like a good player, but like my problem is we don't really need like another left-footed centre back. You know what I mean? Like it means if we do have to bring him in, that means maybe Lissandro can play on the like left back or he could still play in his position, or maybe he could be like a backup for Lissandro, if you know what I mean. But I don't really think we should go for him, especially the money Everton wants for him. And it's not like he's a world-class player. And I don't want Man United to get screwed over again because it's been happening for like a couple of years now, ever since Fergie left. So, yeah.
I heard that. They got Mashari, by the way.
I think he's frozen again.
Yeah, well, big up Mashari saying he's right-footed, by the way. Fair enough. I've seen him play left-back a few times, to be fair. So
he's left-footed. I don't know. I think he can use his right.
Ahmed, I think you're freezing, bro.
Okay,
Ahmed, I think you're freezing, man. Yeah, he's going
to be back soon. But okay,
yeah, go on.
You carry on.
That's it. So, what do you both think of if you do sign him? I think he's average. I don't think I think he can prove himself, but I just think because he's English as well. I always have this English bias, man. If they're English, they're gonna buy him. That's my opinion. I think he'll be. I don't think he'll be better than Maguire.
You don't think he'll be better than Maguire?
I mean, yeah, but then do you remember watching Maguire, like prime Captain Maguire? That was a headache to watch. Like all you needed, if Maguire had pace, that's all I'm saying is then he would have probably been not as scrutinized. But I think Branthwaite's got a bit of pace on him, so I think he might be better.
No,
But you never know.
I just think with Maguire, because I've seen him play even with England, and you know with United, it's just that because United play quite high, right? When he played for Leicester, England, and stuff like that, man, he was a bit more back, and he didn't have to use his pace. His positioning was quite good. I'm not a Maguire fan, but I'm just saying because of like when he was at Leicester, he was actually half decent. And don't get me wrong, he's actually not a bad defender. He wins the ball in the air. He's a solid guy. The only thing is, he's got no pace.
Yeah.
Right? He gets quite out of position. Right?
Yeah.
If he had that Van Dijk or Varane pace, I ain't gonna lie, he'd be the best defender in the world. Because he's got everything else, man. He's got everything else about him. He's got strength. He can win the aerial. He can give you a few goals. But it's just pace, and I think I think just pace literally does him.
I think you know what it is with Maguire, yeah. Like I don't particularly rate him, but you know what I do agree with what you're saying in terms of like he lacks pace, and it's not just pace as well. He lacks a lot of he's not mobile. So when an attacker is going at him, it takes him very long to turn. Do you get what I'm saying? I think watching mobility, exactly. I think with Branthwaite, I don't think he's the quickest, but despite being really tall, I don't think he's stiff. As in, like, I think he can move. Do you get what I'm saying? So with Maguire, in order to get the best out of him, you need to do so much. Like, you know how England, they play really deep, and when it comes to like, it's very defensive. So when we're playing a high line, you need someone that has like a decent amount of recovery pace to complement, for example, Lissandro. I mean, Branthwaite is tall, isn't it? Lissandro's not the tallest, but I don't know if it'll be interesting. I don't know if them two are going to be partnering. I feel like we're going to get another centre back later down the line. So that's why I agree with this in a sense. He's saying that he's backup if we get better. 100%. I think Erik ten Hag, this could be more damaging because he isn't going to improve the situation going forward. I'm looking at the bigger picture here. 100%. That's why when it comes to us getting players, it's all nice, but then at the end of the day, look who's managing, look who's going to coach them at the end. But for me, I've accepted he's going to be here. There's no point moaning about it. Like, I'm just moving on, innit? I'm still fuming, don't get me wrong. But yeah, would you lot take him for? Would you lot say for 50, 55 mil? Let's say 55. Yeah. Would you say that's a good deal? Because do you see Everton budging? Because if they don't, if they don't say it, then I think we could walk away. There's been reports that we'll walk away if we don't get him for that much.
Yeah, I can see Everton I can see Everton getting a bit desperate. They need the money, don't they? At the same time, I mean, who else are you going to sign Branthwaite? Really, is City going to sign him? No. Chelsea already got Tosin. Liverpool have already got Van Dijk. Arsenal have already got Saliba and all that. Spurs have already got Van der Ven and Romero. So what other team can they sell to for big money besides us, really? We're the ones that need a centre-back more than anything. So I can see Everton getting a bit desperate. But at the same time, if we get him for 55 million, I think that 50, are you talking about then add-ons as well in total with 55 million? Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that because I believe that we will sell Maguire, we'll sell Lindelof. So we'll buy a second centre-back, regardless if it's Euro or Todibo. I still think 55 million for an English player, because that English tax is always heavy for us. So I'll take 55 million on an up-and-coming English player more than anything. But I think he's a decent player, but I'd give him the chance more time. But that's just...
I've seen us get... Speaking of Lindelof and Maguire, I saw some reports saying that Maguire is someone we're looking to sell. I genuinely think, bro, if we get 20 mil for him, I'm happy, I think that's sick. I'm seeing because I put a video out saying like, oh nah, we need to sell him for 50, bro. The guy's 31 years of age. We're not gonna get that much money from when we bought him, so we need to be smart. I think getting him for 20 mil, 15 to 20 is calm. I saw some links with Fenerbahce that Mourinho, obviously that's his club. No, is it Fenerbahce his club?
Yeah, Fenerbahce. They want Lindelof, innit? Yeah.
Exactly, and he's not got 6 mil. I mean, it's not. I don't know what the price was, but it's not that much. Miriam says keeping Erik ten Hag will not fix anything, as keeping him will change our transfer situation, as he won't get his play. Wait, what? Wait. Keeping Erik ten Hag will not fix anything, as keeping him will change our transfer situation, as he won't get his players. He will go on to say he can't play football due to the squad/plays. Well, boy, he's got the structure now in it, so he can't complain. Like he's got the structure.
I
And
can
you know
already
what?
hear the excuses, man. I can hear the excuses.
The excuses,
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Big up Yuki, man. Looks like I'm late to the show. Nah, you're not late, bro. We were just getting started, innit? The thing is, I actually have a feeling that, you know, with the whole Ligt rumours, I think that if we don't get Branthwaite, he might be option B. That's how I'm looking at it. And I tell you what, I do not want that guy. I don't rate Ligt. What were you lot saying about Ligt? Like, I don't know about that guy. Because look at this. Like,
I've seen a lot of him. I have seen a lot of Ligt. I don't think he's that bad of a player. I actually wanted him at United back in the days. Because I see when obviously when CR7 played for Juve, and Ligt actually played for Juve, he wasn't bad. And remember, he's still young, man.
So
He's still
24. He's 24. Yeah.
24. There you go, man. 24. That's fucking young, man. Still. And the guy can still improve as a defender, man. So I don't know, man. But the thing is, I think he's still staying at Bayern. I don't think he'll come to United. But 42 million, I ain't gonna lie, that is a bargain. That is a bargain for someone like him.
42 mil. Do you think that's a bargain? Yeah.
I think that's a bargain for him because I think he can. It could be both ways. Either he play wicked, or he go backwards at United.
Yeah.
That's
I hear that.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a proper coach at United. That's the issue.
Yeah, I understand that. I don't think he was awful for Juve. I just like, obviously at Ajax, many Ajax players, like he was good there, but I seen him at Juve. He was all right. Bayern Munich, I mean, I just think he's got too many. He's got too many similar attributes to. I don't know. I don't see his attributes. Like I don't know, man. Like,
but he wasn't too bad. He wasn't too bad. Like when people say when they talk about Maguire, like this guy, he's got the build. You could tell this guy he's a defender, man. Like you could tell he's a solid defender. But it's just if he's decent and good enough for United. So I think I ain't gonna lie, 40 mil, 42, 35. If we get him 35, I'll take him all day. All day. And I think he'll do better than Branthwaite.
Really? Yeah.
Bruv, trust me. I think he'll do better than Branthwaite.
All right. So if you lot had to choose, Branthwaite or Ligt, who are you choosing?
Wait, is it based on price?
So let's say, Ligt for 42 mil and Branthwaite for 55. Who you lot choosing?
50. I'm taking.
What it is at the moment, I want to see the Ligt's injury history first, and Branthwaite.
I'll get that up.
If put it this way, if the Ligt's fit always and Branthwaite, I'll go for the Ligt because I've seen more of the guy. I mean, he plays at more elite levels. He's played the Champions Leagues. He plays for I think what team is he? Netherlands as well. He plays at a top level. Branthwaite hasn't proven it.
But hasn't Tommy Tuchel started Eric Dyer over him recently, though? No?
I think that's true.
No, but he did play. He did play in the Champions League, man.
Oh, yeah, he scored that offside goal, wasn't it, against Madrid?
So that was lucky, that one. That was lucky.
Can you guys still hit? Hello?
Yeah.
Can you guys still see me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just looking at his injury record.
I'm gonna get his injury record. Yuki says Branthwaite. He would rather Branthwaite over Ligt. You know what? I'm gonna go check his injury record right now. Yeah, this is his injury record. Hold on a second. His injury record. Mateus.
Just got it right now.
Yeah, I've got it now here. Yeah, there it is. 3, 2, 1, go. So,
can you zoom in?
I'll zoom in now.
Yeah, and who's that? Ligt.
Yeah, Ligt. So he's been out with a ligament injury for 9 days. Wow, 42 days is like inner ligaments. So he's got like a recurring theme with his ligament. Knock doesn't really count. Calf injury. I mean, virus is not really much, to be fair.
They're not too bad.
They're not too bad. No, they're not too bad.
If you look at someone like at United, man, that we've had recently, like Maguire, he's been out for months. Martinez already has been out for flipping months.
Yeah.
Spore's been out for flipping 3-4 years, right? So yeah, man, I wouldn't say that's that bad, but Brathwaite, I'm guessing Brathwaite stays a bit fit though, isn't it?
Branthwaite's injury record is good. Yeah, it's good. He's not. I don't think he's been injured that much. I don't think so.
I think there's more to his injuries. Like, do you
Say
see
that again, Alex?
I think there's more to his injuries. Do you see the number 2? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can you just click on there?
Okay, one sec. Oh, there's more. Oh yeah. Oh, there's more. Oh no, that's it then.
Okay.
Yeah, there's minor pains, but the main one is that shoulder pain, which technically minor, and the knee ligament. That's 23-24, and that was for literally a month and a half.
Month and a half. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's not that bad considering other players, man, that we've had.
Yeah. I think the only worrying one is maybe just a ligament, but other than that,
yeah.
For me, if I had to choose, I think I would edge it to Branthwaite, not because I believe he's a better centre back, but because obviously he's younger. You know, like he's played in the Premier League as well, so there's that assurance that he's got that sample size in the league. So I would edge it to Branthwaite, not because of quality, because of just mainly playing in that league. But yeah, let me just read. Am I lagging out, by the way? I don't know what's going on with my internet today.
I think the Eric hangers, they're basically messing with that, man.
Bro, they're on to me today, man. I think it's, you know what? I don't know what's going on.
But Garnacho today as well.
Bro, my thing's frozen, you know.
Like, but in terms of Branthwaite, I forgot to even say, I'd take Branthwaite over the Ligt, just because if we get like 50 million compared to the Ligt's 40 million, I think English prospect, we could actually develop him, and I'm even looking at it like as a long term as well. Because Ten Hag, how long are we saying Ten Hag's going to stay for? What, 2 years, 1 more year, 2 years?
I think it's by December.
So if you get another manager, and Amarin, for example, next year, it could develop him. I don't think I'm looking at the pretense that we kept Ten Hag because there was no other manager around. Literally, like I think by the time next year there'll be better managers around. All these Ten Hag winners are going to change their mind and go for the next best thing and be like, back your manager now. We've got him now. So I'm waiting for Amarin or something next year. I'm actually waiting for him unless Ten Hag wins the league, but doubt it.
Bro, if he wins the league, imagine if he, bro, I don't think bro, if he wins the league, yeah, that is a miracle, bro. I'm telling you. Big up to bro, it's Momo. Big up to you, mate, man. Miriam says, what I'm saying is, I personally think from footballing perspective, we'll struggle in terms of Erik Ten Hag's football. He won't be involved in the transfer decision, so why are we getting these players? Now that we're getting these players here because you know the structure with Wilcox and Barada and everything, especially Wilcox, because he had so much power in say when it comes to transfers last season in his old contract. I think with this new one, his role is only to coach these players, and that's it. When it comes to buying the players, Wilcox is the one that's going to be getting them in it. So Branthwaite, that's probably a Wilcox type of signing. I know there's Ivan Toney links and so on. So yeah, the onus on Ten Hag to do everything is gone now. His job is just to coach, and we'll see what he can do in it. But like I said, man, yeah, go on, Alex, go on.
Yeah, you know how the Murto situation.
Yeah.
Imagine like so basically they offer him a new contract, and like I don't know, it's there's something wrong with the contract. There's something he sees something that he doesn't like, and then he's gonna cut like Murto. Imagine that happens, man.
Oh, so basically what you're saying is that if he accepts this contract and later down the line he don't like it, he might just walk. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he might walk out. I hope
Bro,
that happens, bro.
That means guys, that means they don't have to pay compensation if he walks.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
It's Ten Hag's contract. Go on, Taz. Go on. You say it better.
Nah, for his next contract, I hope there are certain clauses, such as if you don't get top 4 as a minimum, you get sacked with less compensation, bro. Because we are getting trapped with all these compensation when it comes to managers.
Yeah.
You know what? Sorry, Kaz, man, but I read something, and because he's signing a new contract, they've done United board, man. They've done something slime, man. If he doesn't get certain positions, and if he gets a sack, they might not need to pay him out that much.
Exactly.
So they've done a clever move. I understand what they've done, but we see what happens.
What, RUUD is starting to believe in Ineos again. I'm joking.
No. I'm always against Ineos. I was pro Qatari, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, yeah, the Qataris, I swear to God, yeah, bro, they would have done so much things, man. I'm telling you, they would have done so much.
And I tell you now, like, if Ineos was to make that one move of Southgate, man, that's it. My trust is completely broken with these guys.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Bro,
And I'm hoping as well. Every United fan sees it as well. I'd hope they don't be deluded, but I hope that they all see it, man.
I think with me, yeah, I was like this with Ineos. I believed in them after keeping Ten Hag. Yes, you can say, oh, but they didn't have money. The trust is like went down a little bit. So for me, if they was to get Southgate, that's when I'm off that train. If they get Southgate, but the thing is, do you not think with Ineos that they have? I know RUUD disagrees, but Alex and Taz, do you not think, yeah, as much as we're annoyed that we're keeping Ten Hag, because I'm just trying to think of it from a different perspective. Do you think that they have the right intentions, yeah, but they just don't have the finance? So do you think if they were to get the money, they'll start to make serious decisions in the future? And there's that like, okay, it's not the end of the world. Like, what do you think?
I think my opinion on Ineos is that I kind of, when we saw the Ten Hag news, I think all of us were annoyed at the time, and they really look at logic or anything like that. So I next few days I actually looked at both sides of the story, see why Ineos might have kept Ten Hag. So if you look at it, I think Ineos what I'm happy about Ineos the most is there was no leaks whatsoever. Nothing was coming out left, right, and center. There were new board members coming in. So I said, if I had the choice between sacking this manager or keep changing the board completely for a whole year, and you asked me this way before all of it happened, I'd say change the board first. So as long as they've changed the board, getting rid of these players, you can focus on the manager later on. I'll be annoyed, don't get me wrong. I'll be frustrated, but I will be able to firm it knowing that there's a structure and a board in place. So if the manager Ten Hag gets sacked, we'll find a manager that we don't have to change the system, get players get used to it. We'll have a set structure at United where we have to play a specific type of football. So I'm all right. I know what they're kind of going at, but at the same time, if there's better managers around, I'm expecting him not to stay longer if he gets another 8th place finish or 6th place finish and no trophies. But there'll always be excuses with this man. I can't lie. I wish I had people backing him like they back me, fam.
Bro, it's true, bro. Nah, it's facts. It's facts. What are you saying, Alex? Like, what are your thoughts? Like, do you trust Ineos, yeah, to make better decisions like in the future, or are you like, nah, I'm done with Ineos because they're keeping Ten Hag? What do you think?
You know what it is, yeah. The moment when I found out that Erik ten Hag was like staying in this club, bro, you should have seen my reaction, man. I was, oh Lord, man. So yeah, but the more I look into it, the more I understand why they had to keep him. Is because like we couldn't. I mean, I know that they tried to get rid of him because look at the leaks. Like they were literally interviewing bare managers for his job, and I believe that we couldn't get rid of him because like we didn't have the money to get rid of him. So right now I'm for Ineos here. I'm like, you know what? I understand what you had to do, but like whoever the next manager is, you have to pick. It has to be correct for me to like gain my trust again.
100%, because you know what it is, yeah. Like for me, I don't know if you lot read it, but you know, The Athletic, they put out a report saying, I'll get it up. They put out a report saying how they've interviewed so many different managers even before the FA Cup final. They did Marco Silva, they interviewed Tuchel and De Zerbi, and I genuinely believe, like I still stand by this, like it was either De Zerbi or Tuchel who they wanted. I think De Zerbi was number one. He looked at the finance of the situation, the transfer budget, maybe his own salary. He wasn't too happy with it, and he walked away. So, as much as I'm annoyed that we missed out on De Zerbi, this might just be me. It might be coping. I might be coping, yeah. But like him joining Marseille, I don't think that's actually. I think that's a stopgap, innit? I don't think him going to Marseille is like. I think he's just filling in. Like I don't, because no offense to Marseille, yeah, I know they're a big club on that, but I think after Marseille he'll land a big job, because you got to understand, Vincent Kompany got Bayern Munich. Like there's not a lot of big teams that are looking for managers right now. So because the reason why I'm backing De Zerbi is due to the fact that how everyone's saying, oh, he's dead, he's overrated. But bro, there wasn't that many available jobs. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, what do you lot think? Do you lot think that the Marseille with De Zerbi is like long term, and do you think the ship has sailed with that?
I think like since like this is De Zerbi's like first big club that he's going to, and I think for now it's a good thing that he's going there, because like it's his actual chance to like work at a big club which has like a lot of history, and they're the only French team to like win the Champions League. I think it was like 1985 since they won the Champions League. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like it's a great move for him, because one, he will like have the players. Okay, the players are much better than he had at Brighton, and two, it will give him a chance to like be looked at by other clubs if he does well. If you know what I mean.
No, 100%. Because like, bro, I don't know if you lot were reading this yet, but it's mad. It's mad because like they were literally about to get rid of him. I am a bit worried the fact that we was linked to Pochettino, though. I can't lie. That does worry me. But the others, I kind of do understand. Do you get what I'm saying? But for me, like,
I think it's just that they're trying to say that these managers are available. So, because obviously, I think 2 years ago it was either Ten Hag or Poch. Obviously, majority of the fans, including myself, I was Eric Ten Hag in at the time, because I've seen Poch at bigger clubs, and I don't think he'd do that well. I think at Tottenham he done really well, and that's about it. But I just think that with dealing with superstars, I don't think he would have done well. So I thought, let's give Eric Ten Hag a chance, and that's all it is. It's about giving certain people chances. But I think Eric Ten Hag, believe it or not, with some of the fans, he's out. Some of the fans, obviously, he's in. Obviously, most of us, in our eyes, he should be out. So I think with the other managers that were included, like the Brighton's manager, and obviously apparently Southgate and all these boys, man, it's just that they're just trying to see what contracts are they after, what money they're after, what's the expectation as well. So they're looking at all different types of stuff.
No, 100%.
Yeah, and I saw that, man. Valencia, 25 mil. Yeah.
Another ex Ten Hag player. He's talking about the Ligt. Oh, there's 7 people. There's 7 people here. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. Big up to you lot. But yeah, moving on to the Mason Greenwood thing. Yeah, look, obviously he's someone that we're trying to get rid of. Yeah, but I can't lie. 25 mil. I saw Juve trying to get him for 40, but for me, like, what are you lot saying about this? Because I think if we let him go for 25, I think that's very low. I think we could get way higher than that. Like, what do you think? Do you lot agree with that?
Yeah, I agree, bro. I want like 40 mil, mil lowest possible. I mean, Valencia out of nowhere. I think Greenwood's loving Spain, so I'm assuming it might be just paper talk, trying to get from his agent or whatever, trying to get him to move, or the club trying to just get more money off him. But I think Juve would have suited Greenwood more when you actually look at it. Serie A looks like a league he could actually cook in, but he's already shown he can do it in La Liga. But Valencia, 25 million. I'd reject it, honestly. Like, that's just low. I just can't see. I can't see Valencia paying 40 million as well, let alone 30. So honestly, I don't know.
Yeah. I think he won't. If he himself has got a chance, Valencia or Juve, I'm sure this guy is going to go Juve. Juve is a big team, man. He's not going to think, yeah, shit, I'm going to go Valencia, man. Yeah, because I want to stay in Spain. No, I think, man, if he's looking for a big club, he's gonna go Juve. But if he wants to stay in Spain, then yeah, he's gonna obviously go to clubs in Spain. But I think his mindset, he's probably gonna move to bigger club just to prove all the people that doubted him wrong.
Yeah. Now I hear that. Mason is 40 mil low key. For me, yeah, if we I do agree with Taz and RUUD in terms of like Valencia. Look, he had a decent spell at Getafe. Obviously, we're trying to get rid of him. I think with Juve, bro, they need to rebuild because, bro, they've been on the down for quite a long time because Inter's won their league, AC Milan won their league. Juve haven't really been that great, and obviously the Pogba thing, he got banned on that, and Chiesa got an injury. I know he's back now, so they need to like rebuild, innit? I think Mason go in there because it says here the striker would prefer to stay in Spain. I can't lie, Mason, bro. We need we need that bread. We need that money in it. So we need them to go to Italy because Juve have the money. But what are you saying, Alex? Like, what are you saying about the situation? Do you think you'll go to Juve?
I mean, quite possibly because like, I think it's the fact that Motta is going there, and I think that Motta is like it's going to be a good coach in the future one day. So I think if I also heard that they also wanted Sancho there. So I feel like if I think it would be great for the attack if they had Mason Greenwood and Sancho as well, because if we get rid of both of them, then maybe we can get like more money from them.
That's like 80 mil as well.
Yeah.
And plus Sancho's wages, that will take it to even higher, and then that could get us over targets because Juve have been tipped to sign Mason in a deal worth 40 mil with add-ons. But sources close to Mason's camp is that he wants Valencia. Nah, bro, I don't listen. I can't lie, Mason, bro. You need to dip to Italy, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? He needs to go there because, bro, like I said, 40 mil is going to be a lot of money. Sancho, you know these type of players that we're getting rid of. Do you know how difficult it is to replace them? Because, bro, let's be honest. We've got Rashford, who is a yo-yo. We've got Højlund, who's not proven. Anthony, well, the less I say, the better. Diallo, the manager doesn't like him. He doesn't play him, in fact. We're actually screwed, you know, like, because the thing is, I don't really see, and Garnacho as well. I mean, Garnacho, he overplayed. We overplayed that guy too much. And he's not a starter. I'm just thinking in my head, if we go into next season with Højlund, Garnacho, Rashford, and Anthony, yeah, then we're going to struggle. Not because we're going to struggle. I'm not saying Højlund's dead, but I see him as a bench player. I don't see him starting like that. Like, what are you? Do you think like? Do you not agree with what I'm saying? Like, do you think it's going to be? We might struggle a lot next season because I don't see because we lacked goals last year. Even his first season, I think we only scored about 57 goals in his first year. That was deemed as a good year as well. The second year, I mean, we scored about 56. I don't know. Those numbers might be wrong, but it's definitely around the 50s. I don't know, man. I feel like we need to get a guaranteed goal scorer, which is why, for me, many people might disagree, but I want like an Ivan Toney. Yeah, it's nice to get someone like a Xerxes, yeah, who is good. But I need someone guaranteed. I need guaranteed. That's what I need. I just need someone to score goals.
My personal opinion, yeah, I don't feel United's going to sign anyone much this season. I don't know. I just have that feeling, man. They're not going to sign much because they're quite broke, believe it or not. And I have a feeling what's going to happen is that he might sign one or two players maximum. And I think one minimum, two maximum. Right? If he does, cool. But then at the end of the day, he's going to do the same shit, Ten Hag, and he's going to be like, oh, I wasn't given the resources again. Mate, you've been given another season now to basically sort everything out. So I still think he's going to make excuses. Because I think if he even signs, I don't think like for United this season, right, for them to succeed, they have to sign at least 4, maximum 5 players. Maximum.
Bro, plus, us signing, maximum 100%. Us signing players depends on how many outgoings we get rid of. That's the only reason. And Alex,
you got Mason out, right? Mason Greenwood. You got Sancho basically leaving. You got Varane leaving. You got Casemiro leaving. That's 4 players, right? And 4 decent players leaving, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, you're going to get Branthwaite. Let's just say that's 1, right? That's guaranteed. Most likely you're going to get, yeah. And probably, I don't know who else they're thinking of getting, but I don't think they're going to get much players. If they can get at
Wan-Bissaka,
least,
maybe.
I think he's staying, man.
Yeah, I think it depends. Yeah, I think it depends. Like if the money is right for Wan-Bissaka, because I've seen some like they're trying to get the players that they're trying to get rid of. Yeah, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, and then other. I'll get the report up later, but it depends whether a concrete offer comes in for them. Because you know how Alex, you were talking about Sancho's going. I mean, there's Juventus wanting Juve are trying to loan him in it. Maybe because they can't afford his wages, and the transfer is maybe too much. So Sancho might go on another loan. And then maybe after that loan, there's a new manager, and then he comes back to United. I don't know. I'm trying to
there'll be an obligation to buy in that loan, guaranteed, man.
You think?
Yeah, because Sancho's going to cook in Serie A. That league just suits him. But no, in my opinion, I think United will sign quite a few. We do this every time. Whenever we miss out top 4, we always splash the cash. Whenever we're in the Europa League, like when we were in the Europa League, a few seasons ago with Oli, we got Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Dan James. At the time, we splashed 50 million on one player, Wan-Bissaka, and 80 on a Maguire. We then was in the Europa in 2016. We splashed it on Pogba. We bought Ibra, Mkhitaryan. We bought a few players. So I think we'll splash it on players, definitely. Well, not splash, but we'll sign more than 3, more than 2 players max. Because I'm looking at sorry, because I'm looking at we're gonna sell Casemiro over around, like you said, RUUD. So that's going to require a lot of replacements, isn't it? And the funds you'll get from Casemiro from Saudi, for example, will be big. You'll get funds from Maguire. You'll get funds from Lindelof. You'll get funds from each player that can be used to replace from other players as well. And let's remember, Martial's gone as well. That wage bill is still available. I think it'll just what's the word? Equal to new signings such as centre-back CDMs like Neves or Fofana, Todibo, Branthwaite or Euro or Elise maybe. If you sell Greenwood, we could get Elise ASAP. You never know. But I doubt it.
But what it is back then, we actually had people that wanted to join United. Now, believe it or not, players don't really want to join United, man, as much. And thing is, at the moment, is the best way to have, because I don't really want superstars joining United at the moment because we're not that elite club now, right? Yeah. Especially if you look at worldwide. I think in England, even, I think people are going to think, oh, it's better. But if we join Arsenal, believe it or not, we've got a better chance of winning a trophy, right? Because Arsenal still play this, they do challenge for the league, right? Even though they're not going to win trophies, but they still challenge, right? Yeah, it's true. They're not going to win trophies. And plus they got Champions League. But I feel that most players, most decent, I'll say good, decent players, they're going to join Barcelona's, the Real Madrid's, the Man City's, Bayern Munich's, and probably even Liverpool. I've got to put Liverpool up here because they're still the club.
I agree. Because you know what it is, you both make good points because, every time we're not in Champions League, we splash. However, back then we was in a much better place financially and we didn't have that much debt. Do you get what I'm saying? And now that the wage bill is catching up to us, hence why we're doing this thing when it comes to selling to buy. And if you look at in front of you, United are working hard with Greenwood, Sancho, who are top of the list because they probably give us the most resale value in terms of how much we can get out of them because they're both young. Wan-Bissaka, I don't think we'll get that much of him. I think maybe 15, Maguire 20, McTominay 15, 20, Eriksen nothing because he's a free, and Casemiro as well because obviously Saudi, they've bought players like Kante, Fabinho, so hopefully they can come in with the bag. But yeah, man,
I don't know, man, because it's not like the Mourinho time, right? Because players only at that time when we got Mourinho, believe it or not, big players wanted to join United because of Mourinho. It's just that it's the name, isn't it? Mourinho as a manager, they're like, yeah, we play for the guy. Understand? Now because Erik ten Hag's in there, they're like, oh shit, shall we play with the guy? You know what I mean? They're like, shall we not? He's not a proven manager, right? And now they know that he's had problems with the likes of Sancho and Cristiano, Varane, all these boys, right? They're thinking, you know what? And plus, Ronaldo's a big influence, right? Because if he says, this guy's a dick, right?
Yeah.
They're not gonna. Obviously, it's a massive influence, man. They're gonna believe Ronaldo.
Yeah.
First, people never believed him. They go, "Oh, Ronaldo wasn't at Rome. He's this, he's that." But guess what? He turned out to be correct.
Did you hear what the Dutch play? Did you hear the Dutch people? What they were? I think it was Van der Vaart. Did you hear what he said about the whole Ronaldo saga with Ten Hag?
And what?
You say?
He basically said that the moment where Ten Hag messed up is the minute where he disrespected Ronaldo. I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
And
Similar
yeah, even Van Gaal, I don't think he's actually rated in their leagues. I heard Van Basten. I saw some of his quote tweets. You know, when we beat Man City, he was basically talking about, yeah, they won the trophy, but the football was still rubbish. It was still counter-attack. That's Van Basten, a Dutch legend. You've got Van der Vaart, who's critical on Ten Hag. Who else? There was another guy that was talking about how, yeah, his football. RUUD. He was talking about his football's not really great. Van der Sar came out. He said, "This guy's a weird man, bro." Like, I don't know how. Like, if he's not rated in his own country, because you got to understand, like, the Dutch structure when he had Overmars and Van der Sar, they were the ones that were getting the players. Ten Hag's job was only just to manage and like get the best out of that players. So I don't want to hear, like you said, Taz, I do not want to hear excuses next season saying, "Oh, this is going to happen," or "He doesn't have this," or "He doesn't have that." He's got his structure. He's got his third season as well. He's been given a lot of money, and he's going to get his players, and he's getting rid of the players he doesn't want. I expect you, from their perspective, go challenge for the league, innit? I know it's not going to happen, but I'm talking about from their perspective, because they bang on about, you know, how Arteta, he got 4 years. In his first full season, he came 8th. Second season, he came 5th. Third season, he challenged. And then 4th, he challenged again. And he progressed. So if we don't see a progression, because 3rd to 8th, I better be seeing us 2nd or top 3 minimum.
I've literally asked people all over the place saying, "What is your expectation for Ten Hag? And if he doesn't get it, what do you want?" So I've basically got receipts now. So I've basically seen challenge for top 4, challenging Europa, or get a trophy. Not my specific standards, but at the same time, I kind of get it. I've said, even though I'm Ten Hag, I want a top 4 minimum with a Europa League, because there's no teams in the Champions League that can drop down. You've got a squad that can win a Europa, or a Carabao and FA Cup. Just do 3 of these minimum tasks. If you can't get top 4 and you don't get Europa, you're gone. I'm sorry. I've been patient enough.
Can I just say?
Of course.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. All I'm just saying is that with the money that Ten Hag has been given, he should be competing for the league right now. And if for some reason, like, I have a bad feeling, like, if we do not get out of the group stage in the Europa League, bro, like, I do not want to hear any excuses on why we have to get out of the Europa League, because 1, we probably might be the most strongest team in the Europa League. 2, with the money you spent, we should be winning the Europa League. And 3, okay, I don't really have a third reason, but yeah, realistically,
come on, bro.
There's no excuses next season. He has to deliver or he's out of it.
No, facts, bro, facts. Like, the thing is, for me, like, these guys, you know what they do, Eric Ten Hag is? They talk about not having structure, but even when they do have structure, they still put so little standards on the manager, because the less standards you give him, the likelihood of him staying. Does that make sense? That's how they think, bro. They're tapped in their head, I'm telling you.
You know what it is, Ahmed?
Go on.
Yeah, you see with these Ten Hag inners, like, they keep on calling other fans who have opinions. They're calling them fake fans. Like, bro, if you care about being a fan of the football club more than what's best for the football club, then you're the fake fan. Because if you want to, like, because, for example, if these guys are going on to that, what's his name again? The United stand, listening to their opinions when it's not their opinions, like, and just saying, let's say, like they're listening to whatever they say, then they don't know how to support the football club. And which leads me to my second fact, that if they're not fans of the club, then they're not football fans. Because how can you look at this season, and look at the broken records that Eric Ten Hag has broken, and still want to give him time? and have the cheek to compare him to one of our greatest ever managers of all time.
The
Oh,
Fergie
that annoys me.
comparisons.
Bro.
Oh my
It
god.
was awful. It's awful, man. Like, bro, I've
Did you
never
lot
seen
see-
standard so low.
Have you lot watched the Sky Sports video of when they're talking about Eric Ten Hag and there's a ginger guy saying that he's a clown?
Oh,
Have you not seen
legend. Bro, the comments are calling him a fake fan, and I'm like, bro, you man are tapped.
You know, exactly, Taz. One of them was calling him a fake fan, and I'm like, hold on a minute. Having a different opinion makes you a fake fan. No, you're the fake fan. What are you lot talking about, generally? Miriam says Eric Ten Hag Eric Ten Hag wants Sancho to apologise to him if he is coming back to the club, and also he wants Ben McCarthy to get a new contract. I agree with that 100%. But yeah, I don't think he's going to apologise. You know, that Baldy don't deserve an apology. He deserves a back slap, bro. I'm telling you. Big up, NS.
Nothing is if he does.
Bro, he
apologize-
deserves a slap, man. I'm telling you. Oh, there's
Bro,
10 people.
The connection, bro. The
Bro, they need
connection,
a slap, bro.
He needs it.
Evra,
Nothing
remember?
is-
Sorry, go on, Ruud. Go on.
No, I was saying if he apologizes, then he's. You know what I mean? They're gonna. People are gonna think, oh, the manager was right, and then he's
Yeah.
gonna think, oh, so I was in the wrong. So people are gonna think I was lazy. I did do that, but when he said, nah, mate, I was actually training hard. You understand? So he's gonna think, now if I do apologize, people are gonna think, yeah, I was being a dick. I was being lazy. The manager is right. You understand? So I think that's why he's not going to apologize, because he doesn't want the manager to be right.
You know, bro,
Realistically, it's a brave thing.
it is.
It is a
Bro,
brave
he
thing.
don't deserve an apology, by the way. He's lucky to be in the job. He's lucky to be in the job. He don't deserve an apology. Like I said, he deserves a slap, innit? Like, there's 9 people here. I want all 9 of you here to tell me what is your expectation of Ten Hag's for next season, innit? What do you lot think is a reasonable target? For me, forget reasonable, mate. He should be challenging, win the Europa League, and if you don't do that, he needs to bounce. I don't see him survive until Christmas, personally. Yuki says Guirassy, I think that's the Bundesliga striker, is available for 17 mil. You know what? I've not seen much of him yet, but you know what? I want Toney, man. I can't lie. I know that. You know what it is? I know Brentford are asking for 60 to 70. If it's for that much, then not really. But I think if Ivan Toney was to push the move, yeah, because he is 28, it's calm age, we can actually get him for 50. 50 mil is good. 50 mil for a player like Ivan Toney. Because look at the Premier League strikers, yeah. You've got Haaland, who's okay, you can arguably say he's number 1, right? And then then the drop off after that is actually considerably similar. You got Solanke, Watkins, and then who else have you got?
Jesus.
Bro, Ivan Toney's up there, bro. Ivan Toney is the second best striker in the Premier League, in my opinion. Generally, up there with and I know people say Isaac. I feel like with Isaac, he's more of a winger, innit? But he can play up front. But with Ivan Toney, I know he didn't score that many goals. He finished the season with like 4 or 5. But you got to understand that he was banned, obviously, for betting reasons. He joined halfway. He bagged 20 last season, and I think the season before that he bagged like 13 or 14. If you put him in a better team, I do see him bagging goals. He should for sure get top 4. That is a must. Anything else is a disgrace. We need to be in top 3 every year and fight for every trophy. The standards for this club shouldn't fall. You know what? You're speaking my language, by the way. 3rd season should be challenging for the title in any top club. Yeah? You see, you know, even the comment section, big up to them. Even they're saying challenge. Even them, they're saying challenge. But speaking of Ivan Toney, like, do you like, in terms of strikers in the market, if you lot could choose, like, who would you lot want? I know I want Toney in it, but I want to hear your guys' opinion. Like, who's your ideal striker to be in this club? Like, you've got Zirkzee who's available. You've got, I think, this guy as well, Guirassy. You've got Ivan Toney who's available, and that Jonathan David guy as well. So who's your ideal striker? Like, go on, anyone. Go on. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what it is with Zirkzee, yeah? I feel like, to be fair, he is a good player, but like he's still a bit young and he doesn't really have experience in the Premier League.
Exactly.
With Toney, I think it's a good thing that we're in for Toney because he suits the kind of striker that this club is missing. Like, he has experience. He can link the ball up. He can hold the ball very well, and Jason Wilcox already knows that we need a striker because we can't rely on Rasmus week in, week out because he's too young and he doesn't really have the basics as a striker. And he can really learn from Toney. But my biggest concern, you know what it is?
Go on.
It's this fan base, bro. Like
They won't like
I
you.
know what you're
They won't.
saying. Yeah.
Like, did you see what I posted? Not what I posted, but did you see what I sent on the group chat about this fan saying that he's
Yeah.
arrogant and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. I seen that.
Yeah, like, bro, we're not judging players from their attitudes, we're judging players from their attributes. And I wouldn't even be surprised if they did the same thing with Elise, with any player that is like,
Oh yeah.
like weird or something. So yeah.
You know what? That's a good point. He brings, because this fan base is allergic to personalities. I seen that video where Talksport were asking him who's the best penalty taker, and then he just dropped the mic, and then the quote tweet is saying, "Oh, he's so arrogant." And I'm just thinking to myself, bro, this country is tapped. Like, for me, that you know what the fan base likes. They love a good guy who speaks well. That's why they like McTominay. That's why they like McTominay. That's why they like Dan James. You see the type of caliber of players we're talking about, and what type of personalities. Elise, yeah, he's someone. Yeah, go on, Taz. Go on.
So now I was gonna say these fans would hate the players we had in the back in the 90s, man. These man would have hated it. If Cantona was here today, I'm telling you, man, these man would hate Cantona with a passion.
Bro,
They would be saying Cantona out all the time, man.
Bro, facts, man. I'm telling you.
Cantona was a menace back in the day.
Bro, man's kung fu kicking fans, bro. Are you crazy? He's got no chill, He's got no chill. You know what it is? Think about it. You know, our squad is too nice. It's too nice. There's not enough oomph. There's not. We need that, bro. We need that in the club. Because Ivan Toney, people call it arrogance. I call it confidence. If you believe in your ability, the only reason why people shit on Toney is because of the club he plays for. But they don't actually look at his actual qualities. People are gassing up Solanke, and fair enough, he had a good season. In the box, he's good in the air. He's got goals in him. He's strong. He can even link up, like Alex said. And bro, there's a sample size of him bagging goals in the Premier League for Brentford. I repeat, for Brentford. 20 goals for a Brentford side is astounding. Yeah, I think if Ivan Toney was to come to Man United in his first season, I think he will get in the Premier League around 15 to 18 goals. I'm convinced of it, despite us playing horrible football. But it's just because of his quality. Because Rashford, I think he got 8, Bruno got 10. Ivan Toney will get 15. I do believe that. I do believe it. And Højlund can come off the bench. He's got pace. He's got that.
You know what I've noticed about Højlund? Yeah, he's actually looked good when he came off the bench. Like,
he
has. Remember that the Newcastle game, he came off the bench and then he scored.
Yeah.
The Brighton game, he came off the bench and he scored. And yeah, I feel like he will be like a good asset to the team off the bench, not like starting week in, week out. Or let's say, like, if Ivan Toney is injured, then he can be the backup to him. So yeah.
Yeah, because bro, with a good thing about Højlund is that he can shoot with both feet in it. Like, he can shoot with his left. He scored a banger against Tottenham where he roofed it, and he's got a good variety of finishes. I just think he lacks. Like you said, he lacks the basics in terms of holding up the ball and being intelligent and I don't know, man. I think he will learn a lot from Ivan Toney. And
you know what?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, you know what it is? If we had a proper coach, like the Zerbi, or even I don't even want to say Tuchel, but if we had a proper coach, I feel like that coach would have utilized Højlund to his strength, not tell him to do what other strikers do, hold up and then link up play. I feel like if we utilized him to his strength, maybe he would have been better. But it's just this manager, he's not gonna do that. He's been looking bad under this manager for a long time, and yeah.
You got to understand when it comes to managers, it's very important, because Mateta wasn't bagging goals last season. A new manager comes in Palace in Glasner. 3 players, his numbers go up. Elise, Eze, and Mateta, his highest ever goal scoring season in the Premier League. Yeah. So Højlund, with the sample size we've been given, he's got a decent amount of variety of finishes. He can shoot with his left and right, just like I said. I just think right now his role should be off the bench. Same with Garnacho, same with Højlund. My ideal front 3 would be Diallo. You know what? I've actually got it. I actually think this will be a good front 3. Diallo on the right, Toney up front and Rashford. Because the thing is, I think Rashford could benefit from a player like Toney. Look at Rashford's highest goal scoring seasons. Weghorst dropping in deep. Martial under Ollie dropping in deep. I know he bagged loads with Cavani, yeah? Ivan Toney dropping in deep, and then he can make them runs. Every time we've got an out-and-out striker, he's not really been that effective under Ralph. Ronaldo. I'm not saying it's Ronaldo's fault. I'm just talking about the whole thing. This season, Højlund. listen. Ruud was onto me, bro. listen. Speaking of Ronaldo, yeah, we could be doing Ronaldo's goals right now. But do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm just talking about profiles, innit? Like, I think with Toney, yeah, Rashford, Diallo, Toney, you've got the creativity of Diallo on the right. You've got Toney dropping in deep, and you've got Rashford going in behind. I think there's a good mixture there. Do you get what, like? Do you lot agree with that? What are you lot saying?
Well, I think Toney will bag in quite a few goals because United will create a bit more chances, hopefully. But they have to have the right formula, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The right team, because I think when Ronaldo and just lone strikers were playing, man, they were sort of creating their own chances, man. Like Ronaldo was actually scoring bangers outside the box and scoring in corners and stuff. You know what I mean? It was quite mad. You won't see that from a normal striker. And yes, I think United, they need the right midfield for them to create. I think Bruno, if he stays, I think he'll be key for United. I know some people, man, they against Bruno staying, but I think, like I told you, one of the games I saw, man, against Palace when we got smashed, the guy, his next game after, man, you could tell the difference he makes because he's got that sort of vision, man. Like, I know he does a lot of Hollywood passes and stuff. He should keep it simple because I think he's a better player. Yeah. But because he does all this Hollywood passes, it makes people hate him because he loses possession straight away. And honestly, pisses me off as well. But I think, like his assists and stuff, he does have a lot more. And I think with Ivan Toney, he will bag in a lot of goals if he gets basically the right amount of service as well. Like, I think Højlund as well, he had decent amount of service as well last year, but he didn't bag that much. So I
think Højlund outperformed his expected XG. So basically, I think he outperformed it, meaning that he's scoring goals. He's creating his own goals in a sense. So, and because we don't create a lot as a team, he's kind of lacking. I mean, not just him. Our whole front three is lacking goals. Rashford didn't score that many goals. Højlund didn't score that many. And Anthony only scored one. And if you look at in front of you, the last thing, Onana is a guaranteed stay. He's staying. Lissandro, Dalot, Garnacho, Kobe, and Højlund, which is quite interesting. Because speaking of Bruno, I'm surprised that. I mean, I'm not surprised yet, but it'll be interesting to see what they do with Bruno because obviously he's looking for a new contract. He's on $240K a week. If with a new one would probably take him to around the 300 mark. But my thing is, I don't think Ineos want a player above like a certain range. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, do you lot think he's going to stay? Højlund's 10 goals. Well, there you go. Big up Yuki about it. He was expected to get 7 to 8 goals. So, and he got 10. I mean, that tells you everything though, doesn't it? It tells you everything. So, Højlund is literally feeding off scraps. But yeah, man, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the whole Bruno situation and anything else. Look at the comments, by the way. They're fuming. No, Bruno is ridiculous. But yeah, man.
I think that he's posting a lot of pictures with him and Bruno. I've been watching on Twitter.
Yeah, sure.
People are saying, "Oh, is this what they're thinking? United? Is he going to come to United?" I think that Neves guy, man. I've seen a couple of games with him now. He is one of those dog players, man. That runs for everything, and he's got that, and he can actually do a long ball as well, quite good. But like I said, this Euros, if you watch Portugal, you're going to see if he does play, then you see a lot more of the guy. And I think he should be all right.
Now, 100%, yeah, 100%. But yeah, man, big up everyone in it. Like, big up. There's 10 people here. We're going to be ending it here. Shout out to Alex, shout out to RUUD, shout out to Taz, and shout out to Miriam as well. Shout out to Yuki. You've got Bro, it's Momo. Oh, yeah, by the way, I've put Taz's and RUUD's YouTube in my description, so it'll be a lot easier. So you can just click it and subscribe to both of them. I've put Alex's Twitter account as well. So yeah, man, we'll do more streams in it later on. There'll be loads of transfer news, And yeah, man, take care, everyone. Make sure you subscribe.
Just one more
Go on, Alex. Go on.
Yeah. Is anyone watching the England game tomorrow?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
bro. I'm
yeah.
definitely watching. Yeah,
Are they
definitely.
playing?
It'll be
Who they
interesting
playing?
to see, man.
Serbia.
Oh yeah,
Serbia.
I think that's gonna be a tough game, man.
That's gonna be
Bro.
boring, man.
Vlahovic, Kostic, Tadic, Mitrovic, bro. Milinkovic,
It's gonna be a tough game, man. I'm telling you, Serbia not a shit team.
Bro,
bro.
we lost to
Savic-
Iceland. Like, I ain't confident.
Bro, England are finished. You know, if they don't win against.
Look, I'm not an England fan, so I'm hoping they lose anyway. So yeah.
But for our sake, England has to win the Euros because we might get Southgate in it.
Oh yeah,
No. If England win, if England win, we most likely will get Southgate if we sack Ten Hag. That PR is going to be crazy. When you think about it, yeah. Imagine the PR. Southgate wins the Euros. The PR will be mad. If he goes out the Euros early, the PR will go down. Like, you got to look at it in the long term, innit? We did this with Van Gaal. Van Gaal cooked in the World Cup in 2014, and we got him afterwards, innit? Imagine Southgate wins the Euros. Bro, the amount of people that are going to say, bring him in. And we all know what fans are going to say, bring him in.
No, 100%, bro. I'm not trying to see Southgate cooking, man, because that's going to make him come to United. Bro, I think I'm going to jump outside my window, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
But yeah, man, like England versus Serbia, we'll see what happens. Big up, everyone. Take care, man, innit?
Take care, people.